18th August 2022. Morning Murli. Shanti. BapDada. Madhuban. Sweet children, you are spiritual surgeons and professors. You have to open hospital, come universities and benefit many. Question. The father establishes the religion, but other founders of religions also came and established religions. What is the difference between the two? Answer. The father simply establishes a religion and goes back, whereas all the other founders of religions go back after creating a reward for themselves. The father doesn't create a reward for himself. If the father were to create a reward for himself, he would also need someone to inspire him to make effort. The father says, I do not want to rule a kingdom. I create a first class reward for you children. Song. O traveler of the night, do not become weary. The destination of the dawn is not far off. Shanti. It is as though your children composed the song. No one else can know the meaning of the song. Your children know that extreme darkness is now coming to an end. It became dark gradually. Now, at this time, you would say that it is extreme darkness. You have now become travelers to go into the light, that is, to go to the land of peace, your parents' home. That is the parents' home which is pure, whereas thus is the parents' home which is impure. You call the beloved who is sitting in Prajapita Brahma, the Father. He purifies you and takes you back to his home. That one is the Father, and this one is also the Father. That one is incorporeal, and this one is corporeal. No one apart from the unlimited Father can see children. Only the Father says this because he has to take you children back home with him. He had given you knowledge and purified you. Your children understand that you definitely do have to become pure. You have to remember the Father and the whole world cycle. You become ever wealthy through this knowledge. Some say, tell me whether there is some service for me to do. The service is to give 3 feet of land and open a spiritual college come hospital on it. Then there won't be any burden on that person. There is no question of asking for anything. You are advised that if you have money, open a spiritual hospital. There are many who don't have any money. They too can open a hospital come university. As you progress further, you will see that many hospitals will be opened. Your name is written as spiritual surgeons and professors. There is no expense in opening a spiritual hospital and university. Males and females can both become spiritual surgeons and professors. Earlier, females didn't become those. All the business activities were in the hands of men. Nowadays, women have also emerged to do that. Therefore, you too do the spiritual service. When you are attracted by this knowledge, it is easy to explain to anyone. Put up a board outside your home. Some hospitals are big and others are small. If a patient needs to go to a big hospital, you should tell him, come and I will take you to the big hospital. There are senior surgeons there. Senior surgeons give advice to junior surgeons. They take their fees and then advise the patient who is in a certain condition that he should therefore be taken to a bigger hospital. They give such advice. Therefore, open such centers and put up boards so that people become amazed. This is something that has to be commonly understood. The golden age definitely comes after the iron age. God the Father is the one who establishes the new world. When you find such a father Why not claim your inheritance from him? Give happiness to this Bharat through your thoughts, words, and deeds. Your thoughts, words, and deeds have to be spiritual. Thoughts means remembrance, and the words you relate are only the two words, Manmanabhav and Madhyajibhav. Remember the father and the inheritance. There are these two expressions. How you claim your inheritance and how you then lost it is a secret in the cycle. Old mother should also have this interest. Your mother should say, also teach us this. Even the old ones can explain things that none of the scholars or pundits can explain. This is how you will glorify the name. The pictures are also very easy to explain. If some don't have it in their fortune, they won't make effort. Don't just think that you now belong to Baba. Souls belong to the Father anyway. The Father of all souls is the Supreme Soul. This is a matter of a second. But you do have to explain how you receive your inheritance from Him. And when He comes at the confluence age. He explains that you took this many births in the golden age and thus many births in the silver age. You have completed the cycle of 84 births. Heaven is now to be established again. There are no other religions in the golden age. This is something so easy. You will have a lot of happiness by explaining to others. You will become healthy because you received their blessings. This is very easy for the old mothers. They have experience of the world. When they explain this to anyone, they will show wonders. Simply remember the Father and claim your inheritance from Him. As soon as you take birth, you begin to say Mama and Baba through your mouth. You have large organs. You can understand this and explain to others. You old mother should have a lot of interest in glorifying Baba's name, and so you should become very sweet. All attachment should be removed. Everyone has to die. There are only a few more days to live, and so why should you not connect your intellects in yoga to the One? Whatever time you have, stay in remembrance of the Father and end your attachment to everyone else. When some reach the age of 60, they go into retirement. They can explain very well, imbibe this knowledge, and then also benefit others. If daughters from very good homes make such effort and go and explain in every home, the name would be glorified so much. You should make effort to study and maintain this interest. This knowledge is so wonderful. Tell them, look, the Iron Age is now coming to an end. Death for everyone is just ahead. The Father comes at the end of the Iron Age and gives you the inheritance of heaven. Krishna would not be called the Father. He is a small child. How did he receive the kingdom of the Golden Age? He must definitely have performed such actions in his past birth. You can explain that this one means Brahma truly did create his reward by making effort. He made effort in the Iron Age and received this reward in the Golden Age. Therefore, there is no one who could inspire others to make effort. They received so much reward in the Golden and Silver Ages. You definitely have found the highest on high Father who makes you into the masters of the Golden and Silver Ages. No one else can make you this. You have definitely found the Father. You will not find Lakshmi and Narayan themselves. It isn't that you found Brahma or Shankar either. No, you have found God. He is incorporeal. No one apart from God can inspire you to make such effort. God speaks, I create a first-class reward for you. The original eternal deity religion is being established. Establishment has to take place here. It is the Father who inspires you to make effort. All the others who establish religions continue to come down one after another. Those who establish religions create a reward for themselves and leave. The Father doesn't have to create a reward for himself. If he created a reward, he would also need someone to inspire him to make effort. Shivbaba says, "Who would inspire me to make effort? My path is such that I do not rule a kingdom. This drama is predestined." The Father sits here and I explain to you the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures. All of those belong to the path of devotion. The path of devotion is now coming to an end. That is the stage of descent. It is now your stage of ascent. It is said, due to the stage of ascent, there is benefit for everyone. Everyone receives liberation and liberation in life. Then after coming down from 16 celestial degrees, you have to come to the stage of no degrees. There is the eclipse. An eclipse affects everything gradually. This is a matter of the unlimited. You are now becoming complete. Then in the silver age, the degrees are reduced by 2. You became a little impure. This is why you should make effort for the kingdom of the golden age. Why should you settle for anything less? However, not everyone can pass the examination and become 16 celestial degrees full. You children have to make effort and inspire others. Very good service can take place with these pictures. This is written very clearly. Tell them, since the Father creates the creation of heaven, why are we still in hell? This old world is hell, where there is nothing but sorrow. Surely, then the new world of the golden age should come. The intellects of your children have faith. There is nothing of blind faith here. There is nothing of blind faith in any of the colleges. The aim and objective is just ahead. People study at those colleges in this birth and they receive the reward of that in this birth. Here, you will receive the reward of the study in your new birth after destruction. How could deities come into the Iron Age? It is very easy for you children to explain. Very good pictures have been created. The picture of the tree is also very good. Christians also believe in a tree. They happily celebrate in their kingdom means Christianity. Everyone has his or her own part. You also know that devotion has to take place for half the cycle. There is everything such as sacrificial fires, tapasya, pilgrimages, etc. in that. The Father says, I can't be found by you doing that. When your devotion comes to an end, it is then that God comes. For half a cycle, there is knowledge, and for half a cycle, there is devotion. This is clearly written in the picture of the tree. Just have a picture without any writing, and you can then explain that. You have to pay attention to the pictures. They have wonderful knowledge. It isn't that because you have taken a body on loan, you would consider it to be your property. No, you would understand that you are just a attendant. Thus Brahma is sitting here. That one also has to be made to sit here, just as the landlord and the tenant both live in the same buildings. Baba does not sit in this one all the time. This one is called the child of Hussein. For instance, the Christ soul entered the body of an adult and established a Christian religion. In his childhood, the body was that of a different soul. That person didn't have the incarnation in him in his childhood. The Nanak soul also enters that body later and establishes the Sikh religion. Those people cannot understand these things. These matters have to be understood very well. Pure souls come and establish a religion. Krishna is the first prince of the golden age. Why have they taken him into the copper age? They show the golden age to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. You know that it is Radha and Krishna who became Lakshmi and Narayan. They then became the masters of the world. How was their kingdom established? This is not in anyone's intellect. You know that the Father only incarnates once and purifies the impure. You also have to prove the birthday of Krishna. He didn't give knowledge. First of all, the birthday of the one who made him that should be celebrated. People observe a fast, etc. on Shiv's birthday. They also pour milk over him, means his lingam. They stay awake throughout the night. Here it is the night anyway. For as long as you live, you have to observe the vow of purity. Only by observing this vow can you become the masters of the pure kingdom. On Krishna's birthday, you should explain that Krishna was beautiful and that he has now become ugly and that is why he is called Sham Sundar. This knowledge is so easy. Explain the meaning of Sham Sundar, how the cycle turns. Your children have to become alert. Shiv Shaktis made Bharat into heaven. No one knows this. The Father is incognito. The knowledge is incognito and the Shiv Shaktis are also incognito. You can take the pictures and go to anyone's home. Tell them you don't come to the center and we have therefore come to your house to show you the way to land of happiness. They would then understand that you have good wishes for them. Here, there's the question of just pleasing your ears. At the end, people will understand that they truly have wasted their lives, whereas you people have really made something of yours lives. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, become a conqueror of attachment and connect your intellects in yoga to the one father. Become soul conscious and imbibe these teachings and also inspire others to do so. Second point, give Bharat happiness through your thoughts, words and deeds. Relate to words of knowledge to others and benefit them. Have positive thoughts for others and show everyone the way to the land of peace and the land of happiness. Blessing. May you be a master creator and make an impact on the atmosphere by staying in the stage of a carefree emperor. Explanation. The father had such a big family and yet he is the carefree emperor. While knowing and seeing everything, he is carefree. Follow the father in the same way. Make an impact on the atmosphere and do not allow the atmosphere to make an impact on you because the atmosphere is created by you master creators. You creators have to make an impact on the creation. When any situation arises, remember I am a victorious soul. You will then constantly remain carefree by doing this and not be afraid. Slogan. Experience coolness and the shade of happiness and you will remain pure and humble. Om Shanti